My name is Professor Lecturer Clergy Bishop Kenya Michael Otome, United States of Kenya Republic Presidential Aspirant, come 2022, God willing Allah. I'm here in Nairobi National Government, Embakasi Constituency and Embakasi Ward Assembly, which is village level here in Nairobi National Government. So, why am I called actually Professor Lecturer Clergy? Simply because I'm expert on both books, that is the Holy Quran and the Holy Bible, which I'm now holding here, New International Version Bible. So, I have taught so many, institutions, including government, which is Kenya Paramilitary General Service Unit, an official force equivalent to Kenya Army here in Nairobi National Government with our college for 12 years. 2004 to 2016. Among other colleges, African Inland Church, beside Bible College in Narok, a Conference College of Mission in Narok, and also Presbyterian University of East Africa, and also French Theological College students who are taking degree level here in Nairobi online. So that is actually part of my introduction. I said again, I'm actually aspiring to be president, Jubilee before, but now Jubilee has no that kind of docket. Our president has scrapped that, elective position of executive officer of the president, and a Jubilee ticket off. So I'm now waiting to go to independent. I will be now independent, and Jubilee still. All right. In that case, because the government are prepared here is under Jubilee Reformation Movement. And whoever now in this government, including Uhuru Kenyatta, and also Duale, and also His Excellency also, because they are all excellencies, retired President of the United States of America, which will come and inherit me or succeed me 2027, alright, 2027, is also here. Among other people who are going to be, who are mentioned here, I being here. Okay, if I were willing to be the president, all people in this government, I will observe them and independent. If God open a way where there's no way for me. Alright, come August 9, 2023. With God, all things are possible. In, Luke 1:37. So we want to see about miracles, some unique happenings through the power of God. We are told in John chapter 20, verse 20, chapter 20, verse actually 30 to 31. John 20, 30 verses, verse 30 and 31. Read like this. John chapter 20, verses 30 to 31. Jesus did many other miracle signs in the presence of his disciples, which are not recorded in this book. 31, but these are written that you may believe that Jesus the Christ, the Son of God, and that by believing you may have life in his name. That's what the Bible says here in John 20, verses 30 to 31. We are told Jesus Christ, which actually Muslim refers to Nabi Isa, or prophet in that case, did many miracles, other miracle signs in the presence of his disciples, which are not recorded in this book, which is the Bible. But this one are written that you may believe that Jesus is Christ, the Son of God, and that believing in you may have life in his name. So there are many miracles which Jesus did, like even resurrecting Lazarus in John chapter 11. And not only Jesus did, there are many people who did miracles on earth. There are many other prophets, like Moses did it, a miracle in Exodus chapter 14, verse 12. The sea was divided. Elijah also, physically poor prophet but rich spiritually, raised the poor widow's son who died because of hunger like Kenyan human beings. Today, if you read Kings chapter 17, verse 17 to 24, you read that Elijah, the prophet of fire, also raised up or instructed that kind of a widow's son who died because of hunger. We call it the widow of Sarafat. So many other prophets did actually, miracles. Even Moses actually did a miracle by, God honoring his request when the Pharaoh refused to let the Israelites go to Canaan. God decided to clear so many firstborns of all living things, including human beings and animals, in Exodus 12:29. Exodus 12, verse 29, all firstborn, including the son of the Pharaoh, King Pharaoh of Egypt. Actually, and also Judges, if you read Judges, okay, chapter 15, verse 14 and 16, verses 14 and 16, you will see also Samson struck down 1,000 Philistines by using, the jawbone of a donkey. A person killing so many human beings, 1,000 very powerful Philistine soldiers, using the jawbone of a died, donkey, striking them down and killing them. So with God, all things are possible. That is what I want to put across. I am here today asking you, all human beings living in Kenya and beyond, who is the president of Kenya Republic and who is the deputy president of Kenya Republic currently? Because we are now left tongue-tied when, as I speak now, the deputy president is in opposition, and his opposition party today is conducting what we call parties primaries of all his human beings who are vying for other elective seat apart from his being the presidential aspirant. His Excellency Deputy President William Samuel Ruto. As I speak now, there is a queuing going on here next to me, some few meters, less than 200 meters. These human beings are, queuing. They want to elect their governors, members of parliament, women representing national parliament, women, and the members of county assemblies and national parliament and senators, or senate position also. So those are 5 elected positions apart from now the president, who of that party, United Democratic Alliance Party, who is the deputy president of Kenya Republic. Okay? That kind of, election is going on in Kenya today. So a few meters away from me, they are being supervised by Numbakumi elders, not even police. Okay? Police are just passing by because they are seeing this is something which is so unique, a miracle. This is what we call unique things on earth. How can the president, deputy president, be in opposition and is earning the money from the government? So, and on a few days again to come, the president, the income and head of state of Kenya Republic, His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, will also have his own parties, 20 parties. He is the chairman of 20 Azimio what do you call it? La Umoja, something like that. Azimio la Umoja, one in Kenya, and the other one of deputy president is called Kenya Kwanza. So this one is Kenya Kwanza today, of deputy president, opposition, which is holding now parties primaries to elect their leaders, which are going to face other parties. Okay? Deputy president has about 12 parties, but one party is seemed to be refusing to be included. That is actually Chama Shinani of Isaac Ruto. Isaac Ruto is now objecting William Ruto party. Okay? But already he is now in the basket. He will not live there until 2023. He has already signed a pact. So despite him not actually willing to have his people now on the ballots, in this pyramid, but it's still in UDA. They are both actually Kipsigis or Kalenjin people, rulers. So the deputy president has already lured him to be in that party, and he is no longer now going to leave that party until March 2023 according to Register of Political Parties and Territory. So that's what's going on here, and few days to come, again our president, Uhuru Kenyatta, His Excellency, who is the chairman of 20 opposition parties, including now the government party, is already now in opposition, Jubilee Party, the National Line, they are also going to conduct their party primary. And actually the vice chairman of that 20 parties and actually the umbrella of that chairman called the president, Uhuru Kenyatta, is Honorable, Raila Amolo Odinga. And the president is actually preparing him to be the president. Come August 2022, but it's a lower level now. Is now under custody. Raila Amolo Odinga is under custody. He is now worried because now he cannot give any command in that party of. Is no longer now in charge of any political party. The chairman of political party is the president, Uhuru Kenyatta. And actually, his deputy president is also the political chairman or chief leader of 12 parties, apart from one which seems to be sidelining itself. That is Chama Chinani. So Uhuru Kenyatta has 20 parties, the president, opposition parties, the deputy president has 12. Now, in this Mushijo or this party primaries, both of these leaders now are in dilemma. You can see it here today. They are in dilemma. In Asemekana, they are in dilemma. They are in confusion. Mushijo ya Ukora, party primaries of criminals, ambitious criminals in English. This is what's happening here today. Okay? Today, the deputy president and Raila Amolo Odinga now are actually in problem. Wanasemekana mishijo ya ukora wanayaji wanaomesea mate vyoo vya kisiasa katika maeneo mbalimbali nchini waelezea mchango mshangao kwa wao baada ya kugundua dakika za mwisho kwamba tikiti za vyama zimekabidhiwa wapinzani wao pamoja. Ikwe mangunio mishijo iliyopangiwa kufanyika inatayarishwa bila ilani. Wengine wanalalamika kupatia wapinzani wao hata bila mazungumzo. Ni kilio kokote ndani ya muungano wa Azimio na Kenya Kwanza. Both United, Democratic Alliance Party of His Excellency Deputy President, which is Deputy President, and our President Uhuru Kenyatta, Azimio la Umoja, who is the chairman of 20 parties, inasemekana hii watu wako katika shida. They have already given out their favorite candidate of this government and the 2013 election people and the 2017 election. They have already given people actually tickets, free ticket, wherever they want. Now people are now rejecting these human beings. That is why I told you, actually the same people of 2013 election, 2017, who are now actually ruling us, want to come again and rule us. But now new people are not wanted. That is why now myself, being Bishop Kenya Michael Otome, because I'm now heading toward actually, so I'm going to register myself one of these days in your, independent. Remember me, all right? And remember also my government. It is here. My government is already in place. You go to YouTube, go to Instagram, go to YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, and you will see the government is in place. Is here. I am here as the president of independent. That case now I'm going to file for the presidential aspirant, executive officer of the president, and actually independent party. I am here, Professor Lecturer Akilaji Bishop Kenya Michael Otome. My vice president will be Adan Baradwale, has not objected yet. His Excellency is going to be my vice president. Alright, and Uhuru Kenyatta will be my powerful prime minister with the two of his choice, prime ministers or deputy prime ministers of his choice. He will be very powerful man because he's going to advise me in some areas. His father was the president, he's also now the president. He has all the keys of the government. We are not even set out, it's part of their farm. His father actually is the one who have actually allocated the state part of his land. So, and you know, Vision 2027, we have a waiting president, which Kenyan one, to come and save us from the debt of 12 trillion. Debt, His Excellency Barack Hussein Obama, the president of the retired president of the United States of America, the great nation on planet Earth. Kenyan believing strongly, including myself, that is the one who is going to save us after coming to be my successor. He's coming to succeed me after 60 months or even earlier, depending with the situation of the matters, because we don't have money. But basically, it will be 2017, Vision 2027, Vision 2027, Vision 2027. If now God open a way for me to be the president on August 9, 2022, he will be now, His Excellency Barack Hussein Obama, who is younger than me, will be the president again after me, come August 9, 2027, precisely 5 years. So remember today, these party primaries of both of these official criminals, political criminals of Kenya, the Deputy President William Samuel Ruto, who is now actually in opposition actively and effectively, but is earning the government money and is attacking the government seriously, together with the former Prime Minister of Kenya, Honorable, Raila Odinga, Azimio la Umoja, one Kenya coalition parties, vice chairman, of course, because now Uhuru Kenya, our president, His Excellency, is the chairman. So Raila is vice chairman in that party. Remember, our president is actually the chairman of 20 opposition parties. Now the question is, who is the president of Kenya Republic? That is now my question. Because now the head of state is now actively a very active opposition leader, chairman. Is the one who is calling actually Raila Odinga has no permission to call any, including his former Orange Democratic Movement party. He has no permission. He is now waiting Uhuru Kenyatta, our president, to call for the meeting of 20 parties. We are told today actually Kalonzo is trying to go out of that coalition, but it's not allowed. The former vice president is here. Kalonzo Musyoka is here. He's now struggling to leave that coalition of Azimio, but it's not allowed. He has already committed himself and an agreement, a signing agreement, last March 2022. And that the position has been deposited now to Ruto. He has no permission to quit coalition party until 2023, March. 20 political parties are in a political custody. KANU, Kenya African National Union Party, WEPA, WEPA Democratic Movement Party, among others, 20 of them. And the chairman of those 20 parties now, Kenya, president, who is now actively in opposition. Now, is that not a miracle? That is what we call a miracle. How come that the president is in charge of all opposition parties? What had happened? What has confused this opposition to have actually ongoing president to be the leader again? What has bewitched them actually to that extent? They are normally actually opposition worldwide are normally kind of a waiting government in place. We used to check actually the balances of justice in the existing government. But in Kenya now it's opposite. With the whole group of human beings, the government, the former government, because now the government is no longer there, I said it because now I am a Jubilee aspirant, which of course now there's no Jubilee docket for that kind of position, elected position of executive officer of the president. I am here. My number is actually 2559 1105, and my D card is 120023 So I am just a member of Jubilee since 2013 up to today, okay, 2022. But I'm not allowed now because that docket of elected position of presidency is not there. Because the government, the Jubilee now, right of Uhuru have gone with the keys to, the opposition parties. So is that not a miracle, Kenyans? That is why now, we are in a kind of a dilemma. As we speak now, you can see, even in Star, Raila locks in Kalonzo as Mio registered. Our former vice president, Kalonzo Musyoka, now is locked in political custody in Kenya. He wants now to come out, but he told no until next year, 2023. Raila locks in Kalonzo as Mio registered. Okay, Alliance Pact has been crafted to address such kind of issues, like just NASA, which is dead. So even those coalition now, the coalition now of 20 parties, they are under now the government, the former government, obvious, because now the government is in opposition. Okay, the government is in opposition already and is controlling opposition. Yes, that is another funny part of this Kenya government. Yes, we don't have government. Okay, but we have opposition which is controlled by the president, the former president, Uhuru Kenyatta. He has not resigned officially, but indirectly he has resigned because he has appended signature that I am no longer now in government, I am in opposition. That's why now opposition is actually agreed him to be their chairman. Raila Amolo Odinga has no permission to call any meeting in ODM. Okay, Orange Democratic Movement Party. They have to consult their boss, which is the former head of state, Uhuru Kenyatta of Jubilee, because now Jubilee is in opposition, the ruling type of government. Okay, and the deputy president, even Musalia Mudavadi, the former vice president, former vice prime minister, together with Uhuru Kenyatta doing the Kibaki government, has no permission to call for any meeting. Wetangula has no permission to call any meeting without actual consultation of their boss, which is the deputy president. Dr. William Samuel Ruto, His Excellency. So we are now left actually tongue-tied. The whole world is wondering who is the president of Kenya, because now the president is actually controlling the opposition. Okay, and the government indirectly, because now the government is also in opposition. So who is actually the president now in that case of Kenya Republic, and who is the deputy president that can actually issue orders to administrators, be it chief, assistant chief, be it regional commissioners, or you call it district commissioners now, or regional county commissioners or PCs in that case, professional commissioners in that case. Okay, all that chain of command, including even now the chief of general staff, well, the commander, which is supposed to be the president, who is now commanding those human beings. The president is actually is considered in our constitution 2010 of devolution centralized, okay, devolved governance. The president, the chief of all of the Kenya Defense Forces or Kenya Army, he is the security chairman in the country. Now he is in opposition. Is he able now, will that kind of opposition, kind of portfolio allow him to give orders to Kenya Army? No. He has already gone against the Kenya Constitution of office, of executive office of the president. So to conclude this matter, now when when a tree falls, it will fall with so many branches, a lot. So now the president, because now he has already fallen, together with his deputy, they are now in opposition, controlling both the government and opposition at the same time. Yeah, miraculously, now the Ruby's boss was deported today to, we don't know where is deported. There's a white man here that need to be, whichever country is going to go, must look for who is this man. We are told the government yesterday signed a deportation paper for Ruby's Energy Kenya Managing Director Jean Christian Bajeron, who is accused of economic sabotage as default oil marketers is blamed for setting up petroleum prices through the hoarding and higher export despite shortages in the local retail outlets. This is a Kenya payable at the pumps intensified. So this white man now is in a problem. whichever country we not actually stated which country this man is being deported to go. All right, it is not actually, it is not reported, but whoever knows where this man is going, let this man be taken care of, because now he is actually under stress. He looks to be a white man. He's called Gian Christian Bajaro. He's the one now Kenya is blaming for the shortage of petroleum oil in Kenya. Okay? He said that this man is exporting petroleum products. Okay? And has brought actually the whole country into its nest. He's saying that is the one who's sabotaging. Okay? So we don't know who is now right and who is wrong. This man, we are not told which country is deported to go. We don't know whether this information are true or wrong, because it is now, in that kind of, okay? So remember, Kalonzo is cornered, and he cannot live as Simio anymore. It is written here. It is written here. So you can say this river will go with so many people. Even this man is in problem called Kalonzo Musyoka, the former vice president. Kalonzo Musyoka is actually an African land church Aspirant, which of course many people believe this man is set. The former president. He doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke. He's accused of, having stolen some, other people's land in the Tala there. Okay? He has grabbed the land of, Kenya National Youth Service. We don't know why is that true, but the thing is, many people consider him as a safety man. He's an African land church person, like me, African land church formerly, but now I am Church International online preacher. Alright? But we used to go in the same church. I used to be a Christian education coordinator, Nairobi National Government here in Nairobi, and African land church here in Nairobi, and I used also to teach paramilitary general service unit and teach the pastors of African land church formerly. So I used to know him as I used to know Kalonzo also as one of the Christian. God knows human beings. We don't know ourselves. Okay, but we know people by their deeds. There's nothing we have really seen him doing kind of a sin publicly, except those kind of corruption. People are saying that he is actually undercover. He used to, where there is also a slaughtered animal, you cannot actually control the blood split. So maybe because of a corrupt government, he also snatched some part of, National Youth Service soldiers land, Tala, half of those areas of Machakos. We don't know why that's true, but it's being under scrutiny. But many people regard him as a person who said. So his coalition party now of WEPA Democratic Movement, who is actually Kalonzo is the chairman, was enclosed. He has appended signature to join as the mayor of Uhuru Kenyatta as the chairman. So now, Uhuru Kenyatta is having him in custody together with Raila, the vice chairman of opposition, of 10 opposition, 20 opposition parties, 20, including KANU, Kenya African National Union Party. It is under Uhuru Kenyatta docket. Kalonzo is cornered and he cannot live as a Mio according to the agreement the Wiper leader signed. He cannot leave the coalition now, but Mr. Musyoka, Kalonzo Musyoka allies allege the deal is flawed and they can still explore other options. Who is fooling who? Which option are they going to explore? Nothing. And there is a story, Kalonzo Musyoka, you will be out of custody come 2023, 1 year. Even though now Gideon Moi, the son of a former president, Gideon Moi want to come out to fire for KANU, it is impossible, among others. 20 of them. And likewise, even and the chairman now is Uhuru Kenyatta. Whenever Uhuru Kenyatta call now Kalonzo, he will say, yes, sir. If he call Raila Amolo Odinga, he will utter, yes, sir. He must utter that word, yes, sir. Gideon Moi, if Moi is President Uhuru Kenyatta call them, 20 parties, leaders, chairman, they will answer him, sir. If he doesn't want even to confine any meeting, they will not do it. So we are now left tongue-tied. We don't know who is the president of Kenya and deputy president because now both of them have split the country into two blocks. Azimio la Umoja, one Kenya coalition parties. The chairman is the former Kenya president who has left the ruling Temple government of the National Alliance Party March last month, 2022, and became the chief opposition leader of 20 parties. But as His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, who is now also in another split of another wing of opposition called United Democratic Alliance Party. Who is the president and where is the government? Remember me 2022, because when God wants to give you something, He will blind your competitors. Mungu amefunga hii watu macho kuniwashia mimi nafasi. Okay? And I thank even Uhuru Kenyatta to have put these people in custody. 20 political parties chairmen. And I thank also the vice president for putting 12 parties, including his party, into custody for me to become independent, candidate to win election. Otherwise, finally, so that I can finish this, wind up this issue, I may actually Independent Electoral and Boundary Commission conduct a credible electoral management body that is committed to strengthen democracy in Kenya, despite the fact that we don't have government. They must honor Nyumba Kumi elders, 50 tribes elders, like now the ones who are conducting UDA today, primaries here. We have some wise elders from all tribes here in Embakasi village, wards. I don't know other country, other places, but Nairobi here. Embakasi ward is Embakasi is constituency, Embakasi village level. Now the elders are the ones who are supervising, and it is very peaceful. So peaceful. We have this Jumakumbi elders who are supervising that United Democratic Alliance Party today here in Embakasi village, and Embakasi is constituency. So actually, may Independent Electoral Boundary Commission work with Nyumba Kumi elders from all 50 tribes, from all 47 county governments, 290 constituencies, and 1,450 wards assemblies. Let us put aside police and any other security systems. Okay, let us not put them into problems. Okay, let us use, let us operate like the way even before British came to colonize us in 1920. We have been actually being ruled by our elders. Now Kenya has no president, no vice president, they are all in opposition. We are now ruled by our elders from 50 tribes. Maasai community, Samburu community, Kikuyu community, Meru community, Luya community, Luo community, name them, Kalenjin community, Kipseng community. Okay? Let us actually use our Somalis, Borana, let us use these elders to help us because we don't have a government. The government now in opposition effectively, and it's a miracle. We don't know how it has happened, but that's the way. The president is holding 20 parties in custody. The deputy president is holding 12 parties in custody, and they're all in opposition. So the government is now left vacant. Vacuum is there. So we are now relying with the elders of all tribes, because elders like me, we don't actually to organize people. I am an elder also. So a credible electoral management body chairman, which is Honorable Chebukati, Wafula Chebukati, and all others, must to cooperate with Nyumbakumi elders, like the way now they have done, to conduct free and fair elections, even in primaries, and to institutionalize a sustainable electoral process all over 1,450 wards assemblies. And also see that the 11,000 remaining polling stations without network should be fixed. Because now, today, it's just in this party primaries, you just go there, as simple as you are, you take your ID card, and you choose whoever you want. So even those people who are now using actually the place without network, the elders can still have them. So long as you have that indelible ink in your finger. Or we need actually also integrate in that case elections with good teamwork and with the respect and the humanity dignity of life sanctity. We need to safeguard our lives and protect all living things around this polling station. So may Japukati allow elders to conduct this thing. They don't even demand money, but they have to be given some, tokens, some allowances. Like now you can see them here in Mbakasi, so many elders today of, this security, Bakumi elders. They are the one who are overseeing the election. The police are just very far, and there's no chaos. And I believe all of our other places in our country, right, is likewise. Otherwise, remember me as your president. Come 2022 as your president, I will not let you down. May God bless you all human beings living in Kenya and beyond. Amen.